Big sales event this week. Amazon's annual Prime Day sales event starts overnight at 3 a.m. and goes for 48 hours. Discounts will be offered on many items, including electronics, home goods, and toys. It's a very popular event, but it's also a popular time for phishing scams. And here with more on what you need to look out for is Kristen Johnson from the Better Business Bureau. Kristen, thanks so much for being with us.
For sure, Erin. Thanks for having me.
So this is a day a lot of people, including myself, look forward to. It's a great way to get some deals and great sales on items you may need. What do you recommend, though, for shoppers to look out for in terms of any emails they may receive, texts, etc.?
This Amazon Prime Day has really become a week with many big box retailers offering deep discounts starting today all the way through Friday. And unfortunately, that means scammers are going to be taking advantage. They like to be where we are, especially where we're spending money. And a lot of us will be on our computers and our cell phones this week looking for those deep deals. And so what we often see during busy shopping times are phishing scams. That's phishing with a PH, not an F. And the end game is really to get your personal information. We're seeing this a couple different ways. One of the common cons is the free gift text, where you get an unsolicited text message from what purportedly is a big box store saying, click on this link, fill out this form, and we'll send you a free gift. And what we want you to know is that it's illegal for businesses to send you unsolicited text messages. You have to sign up for them. So it's a big red flag if you get something from a store where you haven't signed up for that communication. Another common con, one that we've seen recently, is the scammer pretending to be with Amazon, saying there's a problem with your delivery or a problem with your account. And unfortunately, in these scams, we've seen them go as far as to get remote access to the victim's computers. And of course, at that point, they can get a hold of a lot of your personal information and steal your identity.
Kristen, the old saying goes, if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Do you think that applies in this case?
So much, so much. We see scammers copying real stores' websites. So you got to be careful and look at those websites. If you see those deep discounts and no one else is selling that sought after item for the same price, that's a red flag. So you want to make sure, look at that website closely, look for grammatical and spelling errors, and look at the domain name, because they'll copy pictures right off that real business's website, but they'll change the domain name just by 1 or 2 letters. So you want to make sure you look at that, make sure there's an S after the HTTP. That means it's secure. If you don't see that S, don't be giving credit card information to the people at that website, because they're most likely scammers.
All these great tips and tricks, but sometimes people still fall for things. What do you do if in the days after your purchase you realize that you may have been scammed?
Well, hopefully you've used a credit card. That is the safest bet. Always use a credit card, because if you see any scammy transactions, you can go back to your credit card company and you can get your money back. Don't use peer-to-peer apps. I know those have become very popular, but you only want to use those if you're paying someone that you actually know. If it's not someone you know, you should not be using a peer-to-peer app. So you want to obviously contact your credit card company first so you can get that charge taken off, and then report it. Report it to bbb.org/scam tracker. If we see a pattern of these complaints, we can bring them to law enforcement and they can try to catch the people behind these scams.
All right, so just go get those sales, but do so safely. Kristen Johnson from the Better Business Bureau, thank you so much for all of your help with this. We appreciate it.
Always do your research. Thanks, Erin.